What is going on, guys? Pat Damiano here, coming to you from the garage once again. And today I'm going to be walking you through a back to the basics, nice and simple, straightforward, full body workout that you're going to need just 2, maybe 4 kettlebells to do. Like I said, this one's going to be back to the basics. We're going nothing flashy today. I'm showing you the simplicity and versatility of kettlebells today with just using a couple of them and how you can get in an awesome full body strength workout. So let's head to the whiteboard and see what it looks like. All right, so here's what we've got on the menu for today. Nice and simple and straightforward. If you are familiar with my style of putting together workouts, this shouldn't look that surprising to you, all right? We are starting off with, now this might look a little surprising, a little different. We are starting off with a 2-to-1 ratio clean to strict press. I'm going to show you what that means once we get into our actual work, but we're going to be doing some clean and strict press, 6 sets of it. I'm going to be resting about 1.5 minutes, maybe 2 minutes on this. I might push myself a little bit today, but we're gonna find out, okay? So 6 total sets, those get done by themselves. Then we make our way into our accessory superset, okay? So that's going to be 10 gorilla rows on each arm, 6 split squats on each leg, and then 10 plank drags on each side. Now you will notice I'm only doing 3 sets of that today. Quite frankly, I got a really long and intense massage yesterday, so I'm a little sore, but I wanna get a workout in, so I'm not gonna be crushing myself on this accessory work. So if you decide to do this workout, you are more than welcome to go do 4 or 5 sets of this accessory work, but I'm just letting you know what I'm doing today. Taking things a little bit easier, all right? But we're still getting our workout in. This is gonna be a nice simple one. We've got some basics in there. It's probably gonna take 40 minutes, nice and simple and straightforward, and you're not gonna need a lot of kettlebells to get it done, all right? Let's get into it. All right, so here we are, guys, for our first set of this clean and strict press. So like I said, we're doing a 2-to-1 ratio. So what does that mean? It means we're going to be doing twice as many cleans for however many strict press we are doing, and I'm not setting a specific number for each one of them because I'm going to be going up in weight, so then as I go up in weight, I'm gonna be lowering the reps, right? Now, obviously, in this scenario, you can clean a lot more than you can strict press. So if this was a clean and push press, I'd probably just leave the numbers the same. 5 clean and push press. But for this scenario, since I just kind of feel like strict pressing today, I'm gonna be changing it up. So 2-to-1, and again, changing that ratio and changing the reps as I go up in weight, down the reps. So for this first set, I'm gonna do 10 cleans, then right into 5 strict press. So again, 2-to-1 ratio. I've got double 53 pounds here, 24 kilos for my non-Americans, all right? If you are doing this workout and you don't have doubles, that's fine. Just do 10 cleans on one side, 5 strict press on the other, and then go right into the other side. Simple as that, right? But with the double cleans, gonna get our feet out just a little bit wider. And then other than that, that's basically the only thing that changes. So people like to ask what's different between doubles and singles and stuff like that when doing cleans and snatches. Nothing, really, okay? You get your feet a little bit wider depending on how vertically challenged you are, and then, well, the rest is basically the same. Straightforward, right? Tips with Pat. Here we go. Oh yeah, that feels good. Whew. All right, that's one. Gonna stay there for one more set. We're doing 6 total sets. Let's do this. All right, we are on to our third set here. Did the second one without the U. I just stayed at the same weight. Like I said in the beginning, you can do this entire workout, and you'll see a little bit later, just a couple kettlebells. So as you'll see, I'm going up in weight, and I'm changing my ratio and changing my reps. You could stay at a weight that's gonna be difficult for you for 10 cleans and 5 strict press the entire time. You could do 12 cleans and 6 strict press, or 8 cleans and 4 strict press, whatever it is. You could stay at the same weight if you don't have access to a ton of kettlebells. So just keep that in mind. I do have access to a ton of kettlebells, so I'm going up. Here's the problem. When I wrote this workout in my head earlier today, I forgot that I don't have my other 62-pound kettlebell here. So I got to make the jump to the 70s, 32 kilos for my non-Americans. I'm going to be going, hopefully, 8 cleans, 4 strict press. Let's find out. I think I'll be fine. Say that now. Don't jinx it. Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh god. Oh, I wish I had an in-between weight, but we got it done. Probably gonna stay there for a little bit. Oh, god, that's tough. All right, guys, set number 5 here. Set number 4 was also at the 32s or the 70s, whatever. American, not American, doesn't matter. Set number 5 here. Still sticking with the 8 and 4 ratio. Gonna do set number 5 here, and then we're gonna try and go up for set number 6. Stay tuned to find out how that goes. Here we go. Oh, God. Oh. All right, one more set. Let's see if we can go up. All right, on to set number 6. We are going to give it a shot with these 80s. 36 kilos for my non-Americans. The goal is 4 cleans, 2 strict press. We'll see how this goes. I'm not quite sure. And before we get into that, I do want to give a quick shout out to what I'm drinking right now. Hollow Labs. They actually have a non-stim, so there's no caffeine, no nothing in it. Pre-workout, it's really just kind of like a nootropic drink. Gets you a little focus, give you a little pump, which is perfect for right now since it is 2:30 for me. A little too late for me to be having caffeine or anything that's gonna jack me up. I'll be up all night. So I like having this option to kind of get things flowing a little bit in terms of like getting excited for my workout a little later in the day. So just want to give a quick shout out to them. Hollow Labs, put a link in the description. And if you use code PAT, you'll get 10% off. So boom, have at it. All right, I'm stalling as I always do, just trying to talk about some random shit so I don't actually have to do my sets. But let's do this. Oh, actually, this is serious. When you are strict pressing heavy, something that helps a lot is squeezing your butt very tight. We just want to everything. So squeeze tight, squeezing your butt, squeezing your quads tight is going to help you. That was not me stalling. That was me giving you some more tips. Haha, tips of Pat. Oh, let's fucking go. One, we're doing more. 2, let's get to 4. One more. Nope. Oh, I'll take 4 though. Let's fucking go. I wasn't expecting that. That was easier than I thought it was gonna be. All right, let's get into some accessory work. All right, so on to our accessory superset. So just a reminder, we are doing gorilla rows, 10 on each arm, 6 split squats on each leg, and then 10 plank drags on each side. So like I said in the beginning of this video, you do not need a ton of kettlebells for this workout. I know I'm using a decent amount, but that's just because I have access to them. Like I was saying with the clean and strict press ratios, you can just keep the ratios the same, not go up in weight or change the reps. So for this accessory superset, I'm going to be using only these 70-pound kettlebells, 32 kilos for my non-Americans, for the entire thing. Okay, so for all 3 sets, I'm not gonna be going up, and I'm just gonna show you what you can do with just a pair of fairly challenging kettlebell weights for a few different exercises, right? And you can always just change the reps if you need to, right? Do more, do less, if this is what you have access to, and this is the workout that you're trying out, all right? And I guess while we're here, if you do wanna do more workouts like this because you're doing this workout and you like it, or you're gonna do it, or you're sick and tired of going through my YouTube and doing a bunch of random workouts, and you want something more structured, click the link in the description, join Project Balplex, 75% off for your first 4 weeks. There's about 850 of us in there, so come join. Anyway, okay, like I said, I like to stall. Gorilla rows, 10 on each arm. One arm punches into the ground, one arm pulls like a bow and arrow. Here we go. Perfect. All right, and just in case you don't know, with this accessory stuff, resting about 20, maybe 30 seconds in between each exercise, then between each set, resting about a minute, maybe a little bit longer. So, gonna take another breath, get into the split squats. So split squats is right here. I'm gonna hold both these kettlebells at my side, knee drops to the ground and we're up. If you have something to put your back foot up and you wanna hit yourself, you can do Bulgarian split squats. You can also do lunges if you like that. They're all basically the same thing, all right? 6 on each leg. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh God, that was terrible. Okay, plank drags, very underrated, underutilized core exercise. Usually done wrong, so I have an entire video on it, so I'm not gonna go into too much depth, but push-up position, get the feet out wide, hips stay quiet, meaning they don't move the entire time. I want you to imagine there's a glass of water on your hips. That glass of water cannot fall over. Other thing, make sure you're challenging yourself with a little bit of weight here. If you go too light, you're not really gonna feel anything. You need the weight to fight and pull against you to make your body want to rotate, then your core, make sure it doesn't, all right? 10 on each side, here we go. Perfect. Whew. All right, one down. Like I said, only doing 3 of these today. If you're doing this workout, feel free to bump that up. I'll see you on set number 3. You don't need to see all 3 of these. All right, third and final set here. Very straightforward, very simple superset. As some of you might know or be able to tell, this follows my push-pull legs accessory. Or no, actually, that's a lie. That was stupid. We already did our push. This is, well, it still follows the push-pull legs core. We got our pull with the rows, legs with the squats, split squats, and core with the plank drags. Nice and straightforward. Oh God. All right, here we go. Last set. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Oh, whew, 10's a lot. Okay, split squats, here we go. God, those are terrible. My ass cheeks are gonna be feeling good tomorrow from those. Okay, let's hit these plank drags. Let's wrap this bad boy up. Woo! All right, guys, that is a wrap. That's all I got for you today. Like I said, back to the basics with that one. Very simple, very straightforward. Nice little main lift in the beginning with our clean and strict press, right into some simple and straightforward, but effective, basic accessory superset, all right? Just needed a few kettlebells for this one. It took me about 45 minutes. As always, you don't need a ton of space. You don't need a ton of time. You don't need a ton of equipment. I appreciate you guys sticking around, and go ahead and click right there if you're ready for your next kettlebell workout. I'll see you there.
Yeah.